The northern tallgrass prairies are located on Treaty 1 territory. These are the ancestral lands of the Anishinaabe, Cree, Ojibwe, Dakota, and Dene peoples, as well as the homeland of the Red River Métis. Because of colonial land use change, less than 1% of tallgrass prairies remains today, throwing off the balance of this regenerative city. We need to rethink how we view the prairies. The prairies aren't simply flat, but vertical, whose roots and residents extend beyond the boundaries of the ground floor. In the soil exists a rich carbon sink full of knowledge and perfectly adapted to the land and climate. The prairies are dynamic and always in movement. They extend through the travelers that connect lands. The currency of the prairies is reciprocity, and the city grows from seed. These city planners build roads with natural occurrence, dispersing with the pull of the earth, the winds blow, the flow of rain, and the movement of prairie travelers who redesign the landscape with the outside of their bodies and the inside of their bellies. The prairies know 6 seasons observed by indigenous peoples. Their quiet beauty transforms under vast skies when they tell us their stories. Sigwan, break up, rattling feathers. When the ice starts to crack and the streams start running, the geese fly in. Mother Earth wakes up. Mioskamen, spring, good moving water, open for canoe travel. Nippon, summer, gifts from the water. Water provides life through the rivers and the rain. Takwakan, fall, gathering, preparing for the coming winter. Mikisko, freeze up, plenty of beads. The glistening beads of the snow and frost are forming. Pipan, winter, snow blanket. Mother Earth covers herself in a blanket of snow and goes to sleep. With the arrival of colder seasons, one prairie traveler has been making one of the longest insect migrations south to overwinter in Mexico. Not delicate, but mighty. Monarchs are the connectors of lands and hold great cultural significance. For the people of Mexico, they're believed to be their returning ancestors. Shown here, the historical tallgrass prairie extended from Manitoba to Texas, a central flyway monarchs still follow. With the loss of the prairies and milkweed, monarch populations have plummeted. We need to help them. A magical city of monarchs forms in the mountain Oyamel fir forests of Mexico. They gather in great numbers to keep warm as they overwinter. Spring arrives, and something calls north. The longest living generation of monarch travels to the southern U.S. to complete its life cycle and create new life. Monarchs will only lay their eggs on Totosapoask, the indigenous name for milkweed. It takes 3 to 4 generations to complete the journey north. They can lay approximately 300 to 500 eggs throughout their lifetime. Once hatched, the larva grows into a caterpillar, and they feed exclusively on milkweed leaves. A chrysalis is formed and attached by a silk pad. The caterpillars hang upside down by their last prolegs. A metamorphosis begins. A monarch will emerge. These knowledge holders are all the generations of knowledge that came before them. A selfless journey for the survival of their species, they will never meet their young. They practice reciprocity by pollinating wildflowers along their journey. Roadside ditches have become some of the best preserved travel routes we have left for them. Imagine the legacy that just one milkweed plant provides for generations of monarch. One more cycle brings this monarch up to Treaty 1 territory in Canada. These lands are a reminder for welcoming new locals. We arrive at the Living Prairie Museum. This urban prairie island is 32 acres of remnant prairie still existing defiantly amongst urban city borders, but not without the help of caretakers. The Living Prairie Museum is one of 5 remnant and restored tallgrass prairies fragmented within city limits. What if over time they could connect? What if prairie knowledge could guide us as a compass? We could share ways of thinking, invite lands back into Indigenous hands and stewardship, and learn multi-species languages to co-design and co-benefit. Prairie Knowledge Holders is an initiative to build a prairie ecosystem of educators, knowledge keepers, ecologists, and artists to promote the idea of rethinking how we view the prairies. We seek to ask, can we reframe passing on generational wealth as passing on generational biodiversity wealth? We learn from the prairies that diversity helps make healthy lands and bodies. We aim to reconnect with our more than human communities by building ecological roads through gifting seed and bringing prairie species across urban borders to shared lands.